A Story About Wendy 2 picks up where the first film left off. Directed by Sean Hodgkinson and starring Heidi, Walcott and Catherine Emmanuelle, A Story About Wendy 2 follows the lead character as she embarks on a whole new journey.
It continues the story of Wendy hoping to get the job at Quirky TV. At the end of part one, well, I can't give away too much. We know what happens. And so it's her getting ready to go to the TV station, and it's following all the plot lines that happened in the first film. I think it's funnier than Wendy 1. I think it's also a bit darker. So I'm hoping that the audience can react to that we managed to sort of build that. I think that'll be my style.
Part 2 also sees the evolution of Wendy.
Now, has Wendy changed much from part 1?
Yeah, part 1 she was a mess. But the fact is that, you know, people go through stages. And when we see her in part 1, she's sort of now, she's trying to get herself back together. And the fact is that she is competent. She can do things. And we show you that she is a competent person.
The film that started it all, A Story About Wendy, is the brainchild of director Sean Hodgkinson.
What inspired Wendy?
It's actually based on my own experience working in a TV station. And I thought, someone asked me if I could write. I said, well, yeah, I can. And from that, you know, I wrote this 40-page script, and I just sort of changed some names and some places, and yeah.
What time is it? I mean, I've been up for hours doing laundry.
Your main character, Wendy, tell us about her. Tell what inspired her and who is she?
I wanted to create a heroine that anybody could identify with. The girl next door who's been through some problems.
Wendy is this quirky, lost soul who's trying to find herself, and whereas she was one of those people that had everything put together, always knew what she wanted, very organized, you know, dressed up all the time, very girly, and then this transition takes place where she's left 2 weeks before her wedding. Her world is completely crushed, so now she has to build back up the pieces.
Another main character in A Story About Wendy is the villain, Simone Davies, played by Catherine Emmanuelle.
We have someone. I think she's perfect. That's what you said about that last girl, Shazara. Or Sahala, or Charisse. Oh yes, Charisse! Whatever happened to her? I liked her.
Now you also have another, you know, main character. Simone.
Simone.
Who is Simone based on?
I can't say.
But she is based on a real person.
I think she's based on a couple people that I've met.
And she's just so mean and self-centered and ruthlessly ambitious and insecure. You know, that's why that's really why she behaves the way she does, because she doesn't want someone to come on top of her, you know.
Does she have any good quality?
She's good at what she does. She's very good at what she does.
She is, that's true. She is very good at she loves what she does. She kind of has this sort of weird love-hate relationship with Meredith, who's played by Marcia. She loves to taunt her. So, you know, I wouldn't say that she's a character that hates everyone and wants to trample on everyone. But that definitely sort of overwhelms who she is.
The two main characters who never crossed paths in the first movie are poised to collide in part 2.
For part 1, we never met.
We never met.
Oh, really? For part 2, however.
Yeah, we have a lot of time together in the office, you know. And her personality, Wendy's personality, is just so sweet and loving and down to earth.
Want to help everybody, make sure everyone's there, you know, just kind of that savior type person, and then she's just gonna make sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah, just
But do you think Wendy can handle Simone?
I don't know. I don't know. Nothing is decided in part 2 as yet.
Yeah. You know, so, I think she can. I mean, it's true. Like we don't even know the full story.
Yeah.
For what is coming next. But
I think part of me, this is completely fictional. This is me just kind of hoping. I wish wish we could come to resolve and work together and take over the world, but it's probably not gonna happen.
Yeah, she may not allow it to happen.
She wants to be Simone just wants to be the only,
Yeah.
It's her or nothing.
And while part 2 is scheduled to be released later this year, the first film, A Story About Wendy, is still going strong. Recently, A Story About Wendy made its television debut and was an official selection at the Zanzibar Film Festival.
Wendy has really kind of broken the mold. You all have gone to Zanzibar.
Yes.
Tell us about that experience.
That was crazy. A friend of mine whose film was also in the Zanzibar Film Festival, Mary Jackson, sent me a message on Facebook saying congrats. I was like, congrats. He sent me a link and there we were, the second film, A Story About Wendy. And to showcase your film on the other side of the world with a totally different audience that knows nothing about Trinidad. And they really enjoyed it, the fact that we actually got a second screening at the film festival. And it proves that local films can be appreciated by an international audience.
Wendy it's gotten pretty big. Do you think it would have gotten this far?
No. I think it's something I've always wanted to do. And I think you make a film and you're not sure what the feedback would be. You just hope that people will enjoy what you're trying to do. And we sort of tried to merge comedy with drama. And I guess people liked it.
Fans of Wendy will also be happy to know that her story will continue.
Will there ever be a repeat? Or are you thinking about taking, Wendy further? Or is she going to be retired after this part 2?
No, at all. Part 2, there's a lot. I can't say too much. Initially, we envisioned doing like three episodes of Wendy, but life's funny, and you never know what's gonna be thrown at you. So I think the entire team, whatever happens, we'll be willing to do. If people want to see more, there'll be more. If they don't want to see more, well, so be it. But there will be at least one more, definitely, at least one more.
All right, now you also supplied me with a very lovely clip.
Yes.
From part 2. So
exclusive. First time, first look.
So do you want to set this up for us and tell us a little bit about it?
This is a scene in Quirky Television with Meredith, played by Marcia Henville, who is having a conversation with Simone, played by Emmanuelle.
I don't like your tone these days, Mayor Bear. It's almost defiant. Meredith, I'm not asking for much. I just want you to hire competent people. It shouldn't be that difficult. That last girl, Shalaza, couldn't spell to save her life. Just a mousy little thing always nibbling on some rat cheese in a corner. She was no fun.
Fun? You sent her mad. The girl was sent to Shady Pines and you sent her mad.